Today I show you my favorite stick that I've ever owned. What's going on, Throne Army? Have an interesting video for you today. It's kind of a weird one. It's kind of in reverse, but sometimes that, makes things entertaining. I'm doing a weapon of choice stick for a stick that I've used every day since last winter. Because it never really got the justice it deserved by putting a video together for it, and it has grown to be my favorite stick I think I've ever owned. I absolutely love this thing. A little background on it. I had to throw this together very quickly when I was going up to Syracuse to play that life-changing, amazing box game. That was just so cool. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put a link in the description to that video, or it'll be the featured video at the end of this. Check that out. It made a really awesome video of me and all my friends playing a bunch of natives in box up in Syracuse. It was unbelievable. But I just had to put this stick together, and I just wanted to put a box stick together to go up there to play. And I didn't know it would turn out to be my favorite stick I've ever owned, and really serve me well. And so I always, like, every time he was like, oh, do a weapon of choice and stuff like that, I've like planned to do sticks for myself, but then projects or new products always kind of take over that. And it was also kind of the background in my head that I don't really want a new stick. I absolutely love this thing, and I can't see, every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit down a new stick, I'm like, I'm just gonna go catch with the stick that I love. But I don't want to see it die, I guess is the term. So I'm gonna come up with a new stick. But I absolutely love this thing, because if it broke in any way, I'd be pretty sad, because this thing has been a lot for me with the growth of Throne. Just a bunch of videos with it, playing amazing games, seeing all the fans with it when I just have it around. It's been a really cool trip with this stick, and it's kind of got an awkward backstory, which I like too. It makes it unique. So yeah, so I just threw this bad boy together, and it served me so well, and so it deserves its video, even if it's like totally dirty and broken in. I almost kind of like that more. So I'm just gonna do its video for it. So it is a Warrior Evo Pro X6. I absolutely love these heads. I don't recommend them to a lot of people because they're very, very aggressive face shape. If you can't get used to the face shape in game, you're gonna drop a lot of passes, or it's gonna tick off the head. And so I don't recommend that to people, because it's like sometimes like music. You just gotta find your way to this head, and if you put in the time with it, you'll see the benefits of it. I have a few of these because I like them so much, but I received one of these from Dan Kachi, my buddy, who played for the Lizards and also coaches at Towson. And he used these for a few years because it's just what they gave him, and he liked it. And he sent me one just as a gift a few years back. And I started using them. When I first used it, I didn't really like it. I thought it was too pinched. I couldn't really catch the ball, and I was like over channeling things, and I just was like, it's just kind of random, because since it's an X6 across the top, the mesh isn't as tight, so the ball can get stuck in there, and just kind of threw randomly, and I didn't care for it as much. And then I was just started working with it more and more, and actually the first piece of Throne mesh ever is an X6, and an Evo X6, which I probably should have showed in this video, because that would have been just as cool. And then I really learned how to string them to my taste, and I really like that. The funny thing is, though, is like everyone that picks up my Evo X6 can't throw with them. They're very much what we call a bottom hand stick. When you go to throw, instead of pushing with your top hand like a lot of field people play, it's kind of an even snap with your bottom hand and top hand. But that allows you to have a lot of hold and a lot of power with a clean release. Which one day I'll try and explain and do a video on. It's funny because like when the guys pick this up and they go to throw with it, and they just like shake their head and give it back to me because they can't figure it out. But I love it. Throws dimes for me. I absolutely love this stick, and allows me to do all my fun toe drags and dips and one-handed unders and like dish passes. So I absolutely love this thing to death. So that's that. I'll get in the pocket. It's on, actually the shaft isn't really what we would say is OG to the head. I transferred over to a Maverick A1 a while ago. The boys at Maverick gave this to all the Throne guys for doing some cool stuff for them. So we greatly appreciate that. I love the A1. I gotta do a review video on this shaft because I put it on here, I was like, oh, this is a really cool shaft. It's light, it's got texture. I really like the grip to it, and I've grown to love it. I actually just picked up a silver one for that new weapon of choice video that I'm gonna get to. Love it. And then I got my big old box tape job, and you can see how much I use this. This is only like probably 2 weeks old. It's absolutely destroyed. And then I got a yellow Warrior end cap that I love. Just completes the whole stick. Love the look of this stick. I like that there's just a little bit of white just in the shooters and the mesh. It's really clean. You can see how much I use this because the head's actually a little bit purple. It's been out in the sun a lot for all the events and stuff we've done. It's really, really clean. I like to fade it in. Probably the funniest thing about this whole head is that I only dyed half of it. I needed an Evo X6. That's what I wanted to do for my box head because I had my 2 other ones. So I literally just told Chris to find me an Evo X6, and he couldn't find one without us ordering online. Called up a few shops, and he found a gray one just sitting like in a used Play It Again Sports or something like that. And it had a really terrible gray dye on it. It was like, it got too hot and it had speckles because they didn't mix the dye well enough. And I was like, whatever, I got to make it work. And so it's probably the simplest dye I've ever did, but I threw a Throne logo right in here, really simple, just right in there, and then faded it to black to go into the shaft. And the black's really clean, and the fade's nice right on the part, but the gray's kind of funny. I just think that's really funny. It's like someone who makes custom lacrosse sticks for a living and dyes all these cool special ones for projects and people. Mine's like half dyed by a mystery person. I don't know. There's something poetic about that I really like, because Scotty always teases me that I try so much harder on customer sticks and friend sticks than my own, because I know it will throw for me. Like, I understand by looking at it how it's going to throw, but for customer sticks, you know, I want to give you the best of what I'm able to do. So it's just funny because I'm just like, yeah, just give me that. I'll just put something in it and I can play with it. But it's funny. So I like that. I like this about this head, that it's not like, it was never put on a pedestal to be the greatest, coolest thrown stick ever, like kind of like my Blade Pro is with the crazy camo. I love that stick too. But this one just became the most lethal, entertaining pick up and go stick I've ever owned. So I love that about the die. As for the pocket, this is the boxer pocket. It is the pocket that I use for box, and now I've been using it for field. I just can't transition to anything else. Everyone has been wondering about it. We will be adding it to the website. I just strung on up for my buddy Hoff in a Maverick metric that he absolutely loved. But it's a very box-specific pocket. If you throw how field people throw, it's going to be hard to throw with this. If you throw like a box person, you'll be able to throw with it. So I'm going to be doing more on that. It's just not really box season right now. That's why I'm not releasing. But pretty much what it is, and it's funny because you guys are just going to be kind of upset. It's a giant bag. As you can see, it's a giant bag. And how I came about to trying to do this pocket was Mikey Powell, one of my favorite people of all time, said, why can't you have a pocket that the ball can go everywhere? And I started thinking about that. And I was like, yeah, why can't you have that? If you can get used to the ball transitioning, which I've done because I always use the assassin and whatnot, where the ball can drop down, or the king where the ball can go from a mid to a high. Why not just have the ball be able to go from a high down to a mid, down to a low, and just have that feel to it? So that is my current weapon of choice. She's a little ugly, but I absolutely love her, and looking forward to see what I do next. I don't want her to break, so I want to do something new and test it out, try new ideas, but she served me well. This is a really, really lethal. I absolutely love this stick. And I'm going to show you the foundation for what I'm doing next, and maybe you guys could throw some comments below of what you guys think I should do with it. The base the head of it is something I got to pick up from my buddy Alex, and then is a brand new white Warrior Nas X. I've used these. I personally haven't owned one. I've used them. Chris has a bunch. I use them for shooting videos and whatnot. Really, really love the heads. They have a really cool offset to them. Super, super light. I'm going to try and go with a really light stick this time. I normally don't really care that much about it, but I've been kind of attracted to that recently. So got a cool die working out this, but any recommendations from you guys would be definitely awesome. I'm not sure what pocket I'm going to put it in yet. I kind of feel like going to an outlaw after doing so many for pros. I'm just kind of impartial to the way those look. And then the shaft, we're going to go with a Maverick A1 in silver. I think it's going to be kind of cool to do these together. I wish I would have taken the tag off so I would be able to slide the head on for you guys, but I think I might go a little bit cleaner look, do it kind of silvers and yellows, and then keep this one kind of the gray or silver, whatever you want to go, black and yellow, kind of do like a kind of a angel demon or whatever you would call that. One a little bit more demonic and one a little bit more clean and classy. That may be pretty cool. And then throw some yellow into it all together as always. Excited for it. I think it's gonna be really cool having two A1s in two different colors with two different heads. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet with the head, but I got a few ideas brewing up, but I'd love to hear what you guys have in the comments below. If you guys like this weapon of choice video, even if it's kind of weird and backwards, please throw the video a like. And that's everything, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.